Hello everyone. For those who do not know me, my name is Omar Abdaljawad. I am a 16-year-old boy who is striving for my inevitable success, inshallah. So today's video, we're going to talk about the power of listening. Now, before we get into any further details, let's just think biologically, okay? God has created us, or has given us, 1 month and 2 years for the purpose of prioritizing listening over speaking. Now, genuinely, when you speak with someone, whether that could be a discussion or even just a question, a normal question, it is with complete importance for both sides to understand the discussion, for both sides to listen, because if you do not listen to what your person says, or the person in front of you is saying, none of you guys will understand. So listening is genuinely a very powerful tool. Now, for the people who do not listen, it can be one of the worst consequences, because when you are just talking and talking and talking without interpreting what the person you're talking to is trying to say, what their intention is, you don't know what you're saying. You're just talking with no route. You're walking with no direction. You're just talking, but you don't know where you're going. You don't know the flow of discussion, because you're not trying to interpret the flow of discussion, because you're not allowing the opponent or someone in front of you to speak and express that. You're just speaking and not listening, and that draws a very, very ugly image of you to the person you're talking to, and that person will dislike you and prevent you, because you notice that this person is not willing to listen whatsoever. So speaking more than listening is horrible. You need to listen more than you speak. Speak only when you need to speak. Listen all the time, because it makes sense how we have 2 ears. So listening has directionality. Speaking does not have directionality. Listening, you can listen from the left side and the right side. However, speaking, you can only speak from the front. You can't speak from the back. That is how it works, because that's how God has created it, for the sole purpose of listening and prioritizing listening than speaking. If you have ever encountered a moment in your life where you have a discussion with someone and you notice that the flow is not going well, like it's very tense, just simply the way you can solve it, just stay quiet, don't speak, shut your mouth and listen to what the person has to say, so that you can actually understand. Because two drivers, in my opinion, that lead to tense, with so much tension. One, obviously, as we all know, anger. When you're very mad, you won't be able to understand or acknowledge because of your personal bias. Your dignity won't allow you to listen to something that opposes your own thoughts, so you won't really listen. Second thing is that the lack of listening. If you don't listen to someone, trust me, you're not gonna end up solving the problem. And that is horrible. Listen to the person speaking. Even if you don't necessarily agree with them, listen to them. Once they are done, you have information to back up your mind with, you can propose your own ideas. But if you're talking to someone and that person is not listening to you either, just stop the discussion. Because this discussion is just a waste of time and waste of space. It's just a waste of space, waste of knowledge. You're throwing it on someone who's not willing to listen. Just don't speak anymore. Just leave the discussion. You're like, okay, you don't listen to me, just get out. I don't want to talk to you. That is the correct way to think of it, because whoever doesn't listen to you is not worthy enough to even be in a conversation with you. I hope you guys benefited out of this video. Genuinely, it is a very important detail that we all must listen when we are having a discussion, so that we can, hatta if it's a very basic one, like if it's just you asking someone for a place, it is vital for you to listen to that person, because if you don't listen, it's gonna go bad. It's gonna go very bad. So listen to the person, allow the person to listen to you. Both of you guys interpret the knowledge, and eventually you're gonna reach a conclusion that both parties will be happy with. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and took some vital information out of it, and see you guys later. Bye bye.